I just learned something about James Jones. So in our company, James is the most well-built guy. You and Greg Jennings, but you're bigger than Greg.
Appreciate it.
And I said, so J-Mac goes during the break. James Jones, Super Bowl champ, former Packer wide receiver, Fox broadcaster, and J-Mac's like, you must eat great. And you said,
I said in the bed last night, I ate 2 bagels. Right, midnight, I'm just 2 bagels watching some old basketball reruns.
You're a bad eater.
I'm a bad eater, and I used to always tell our trainers in Green Bay, they used to be like, you got to eat this, drink this shake after practice, eat this before you take off on the plane, all that. And I'm like, the dudes that's doing that got pulled hamstrings, they hurt. I'm like, I'm gonna eat this Twix and this Snickers because if a 300-pounder land on me the right way, I'm hurt. ACL gone, ankle gone, I'm hurt. So a banana's not going to save me from the 300-pounder falling on me. So I'm going to pass on the banana, and I'm going to grab me some of these bags of chips or something.
Genetics been good to you.
They've been good.
That's great. So I got to own this. I don't think Jordan Love and the Packers, they're too young to go on the road and beat a Dallas. But I will admit, I didn't like him in October at all. But he wasn't playing with this confidence in October. I don't know what flipped.
Yeah.
He plays now like he feels like he's Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like when we both watched in October, the play calling was cautious.
Yep.
He was what happened?
Yeah. And I think that's exactly what happened because I came on this show and I told you, he got to stop. LaFleur got to stop being plain Jane. He has to let this quarterback know. If you're trying to figure out if this is the quarterback of the future for the Green Bay Packers early in the year, he was plain Jane. He was cautious. He was trying to help him, save him, whatever it may be, whatever you want to call it. And he wasn't calling the game the right way. Jordan Love is a really good football player, sees the game extremely well.
Good arm.
A really good arm. Like, he can play the game at a high level. And that confidence is coming because Coach LaFleur said, you know what, young fella? Ball is in your hand. Your running back room been up and down hurt. Receiver room been up and down hurt. But the ball is in your hand, and the way he has been calling the game, the last 2 games. I mean, the Detroit game, he came out with a big shot play. Last week he came out with a shot play, and then this week against the Minnesota Vikings, he comes out with another shot play. So that lets me know that he's extremely confident in Jordan Love, but Jordan Love has earned that the way he has played football and the way he has thrown this football. And it's fun to watch right now. The Packers, to me, got their quarterback of the future for a while. Jordan Love is going to be that guy under center.
How many franchises in the history of the league?
I'm so crazy.
Have gone Favre, Rodgers, and a third. San Francisco's had a lot of good quarterbacks. I don't think they've done 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But they did Montana to Young.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who's after. I forget. But that's hard. Now, the Cowboys went Staubach. Were Danny White somewhere in there? And Danny White. Then there was a couple of misses.
And then Troy.
Was Troy. It was Staubach, Danny White, couple misses, Troy. And then a miss maybe, and then Romo.
Then Dak.
But the Cowboys done pretty good with it.
That ain't bad. Yeah,
now, I'm sure I've fill in the gaps. Yeah. But, I mean, the Niners, since I was a kid, they had John Brody when I was a kid. And then they had, Montana.
Yeah, Montana Young.
Montana Young. Then eventually Alex Smith came around. Kaepernick for a while was pretty good.
Kaepernick played well.
Jeff Garcia was pretty good.
Jeff was there. San Jose State stand-ups.
Yeah. By the way, Miami, Marino to Tua is a lot of lean years.
Yes, it is.
It is hard to find. So let me ask you about this. We talk about the rest versus rust. So I would rest Christian McCaffrey for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Running backs are different. They just get old.
No doubt.
But I'm not a huge fan of 2 weeks rest.
Me neither.
Go back to your career.
I absolutely hate it. And to me, if you're not a true veteran, like McCaffrey's a true veteran. He knows how to prepare himself. He knows how to get ready to play. Brock Purdy, he's not a true veteran in the National Football League. So for me, watching the way he played against the Baltimore Ravens, then you bounce back, you have a good game against the Commanders, but I don't want him sitting for 2 weeks. In this football game, I would love to see him get 10, 15 plays a series, jump out there and play. So now you got a decent week off, and you're going to get ready for whoever you play. I've never been a fan of sitting out 2 weeks, especially when you're playing good football. He just came off of playing a solid football game. Now you're not going to step on the football field for another 2 weeks. I absolutely hate it. To be honest with you, Mike McCarthy had a rule in Green Bay to where if you weren't 2 years plus, if you didn't practice, you're not finna play. Because you have not shown me that you cannot practice and go out here and play at a really high level and help our team win. I might dress you just in case somebody gets hurt or something, but if you're a young player and don't show me in practice you're ready to go, you're not going to play. Charles Woodson, you can sit on the training table, watch film, come out here, win Defensive Player of the Year. I know you know how to prepare yourself. You know what I mean? Because, that is what Charles Woodson did when he won Defensive Player of the Year in Green Bay. I would come in there as a really young player. He's sitting on the training table. They rubbing his foot. He looking at an iPad, and he come out there calling all Peyton Manning's plays out, calling all everybody's plays out, picking stuff off, tackling, balling at a high level. And I said, that's what Coach Mike means. Because as a rookie, a young player, I wouldn't do that. I need to be out here practicing. So I would love to see him play. I hate taking the 2 weeks off.
Yeah, I mean, Green Bay is a super young team. I want those guys out there. Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams, been around the block, know what they're doing. We were talking about McCarthy earlier. He's got the same winning percentage as John Harbaugh. I can argue Harbaugh has had better ownership.
Yeah.
He's had no owner and then a semi-meddling owner. Yeah. Harbaugh's had Lamar, who's the best player on the planet, often on Sundays, and Flacco in his prime was a dude.
Could play the game.
So I'm saying we're lumping McCarthy in with all these guys that get fired Monday if he doesn't win a playoff game. And my takeaway is we would not, if Mike wins a playoff game and Harbaugh wins a playoff game and they both lose their second.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are get rid of Mike. And I'm like, his winning percentage is an inch below Andy Reid's.
Yeah.
With a franchise with no owner and then Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
There's got to be something. Why do you think there's so many anti-Mike guys?
I wish I had the answer for that because I fight for Mike every day, any day, all day. I mean, this show is what, 3 hours? It would have to be 5-6 hours because, I'm going to ride for Mike. But I'm with you on that. I hear guys talk about the Harbaughs. I hear guys talk about the Andy Reids. I hear guys talk about the John Fox, the Sean Paytons over there, who won one Super Bowl with Drew Brees. And every single time it comes to Mike McCarthy, it's always something else but Mike. Like, you get that from everybody. They're winning, but it's not Mike. But when they're losing, it's Mike.
What Mike is? Give me this. I'm going to throw this out. So we both would acknowledge the Cowboys are the biggest brand in the world for football. Manchester United of our league. Okay. Name the player in the history of the league that is far better than anybody will acknowledge at quarterback. And I'll argue it's Tony Romo. Why?
Ooh.
Tony could spin it. Tony was a great player.
Man.
No, I mean he was great.
Talk about it.
So I think he's a better runner and a thrower than Dak, and Dak's gonna be a right.
100% agree.
Okay, so I'm Romo.
Nope.
Romo and McCarthy are better than their public image. Why? Because both played for the Cowboys and both had a handful, not a lot, of fourth quarter picks, fourth quarter clock issues. And when you coach Duke, manage the Yankees. So Romo got beat up for years. And then if you go back and look at Tony Romo's, it's crazy, James. His fourth quarter passer rating, at one point it was second highest in the history of the sport.
That's crazy.
If you make that pick for the Jags, nobody sees it.
Yep.
So what I'm saying, Romo's McCarthy, we just see the meltdowns. And about once a year, maybe twice, Mike butchers the clock.
Yeah.
And it was about once a year, twice, Romo throws a fourth quarter pick. I think that's it.
But not only that, for me, we're talking about Mike with the Cowboys. Mike came to the Green Bay Packers organization to where they were not good. That's why the coach got fired. Mike comes in there. It's winning season after winning season after winning season after winning season. I deliver a Super Bowl. I have a Mike McCarthy way, a street named after me in Green Bay. He changed around the program and organization in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and won a Super Bowl and should have went back to another one if we can recover an onside kick. But with all that being said, that's gone. He gets let go from there. Goes to the Dallas Cowboys, and it's 12 wins. It's 12 wins. It's 12 wins. And I'm in the playoffs. I win a playoff game last year. Like, everywhere Mike has gone, Mike has changed around the organization.
I know, it's crazy.
Even when you look at this roster and the way they're playing football, the way Dak is playing football, that is all Mike McCarthy. That's why he said, you know what, Kellen Moore, you are doing a great job. But I know how I want my quarterback to play and Dak Prescott to play. And Dak Prescott was the leader for MVP voting, the way he's playing football, and he's still playing football at a high level. Mike is such a great coach, and I understand it's certain situations and all that people may come to.
Hey,
and
Andy
say,
Reid got crushed about clock
management. There's a lot of coaches like that, but for me, it strikes me to my core because when the Cowboys are doing great, it ain't Mike.
So look at this. My staff, thank you to the guys in the back. Tony Romo has a 102.7 fourth quarter passer rating.
Mm-hmm.
Second highest in league history.
That's
higher
crazy.
Than Brady.
That's crazy.
Second highest. And when you say Tony Romo fourth quarter,
yeah.
Oh my God, he gagged.
Mm-hmm.
Second best quarterback league history fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're part of these, like if I have to hear how Aaron Boone doesn't know what he's doing as a Yankees manager, if he's with the Marlins, nobody watches the games.
True.
And so it's just the reality of taking the corner office comes with a lot of pressure.
No doubt about it.
All right, you're on speak today.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think here. I'm not going to ask you that. No, I asked you that. One more question. You're the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh, Tomlin, Belichick. You're the GM.
Harbaugh, Tomlin, Belichick. Give me Harbaugh. I've seen Harbaugh take Alex Smith to a really good quarterback, Pro Bowl quarterback. I've seen Harbaugh take Kaepernick to a Super Bowl, really good quarterback. You get Harbaugh with Justin Herbert, look out. And he's another one in my book that's just like Mike McCarthy. Wherever he goes, I go to Stanford, never had a 12-win season.
Boom.
Fourth season, here go 12 wins, right? I go to Michigan, 3 Big Ten championships, right? I'm in the national championship. I go to the San Francisco 49ers, 8 losing seasons, 11 wins, 11 plus wins, 3 straight seasons in a row. Everywhere he goes and everywhere he touches it, the organization, the program is turned around and his players play at a high level.
It's funny. Somebody once told me this. Successful people know how hard success is.
Mm-hmm.
Not only achieving it, but maintaining it.
No doubt.
A lot of the Harbaugh critics are not successful people. I know 3 coaches that have been on his staff over the course of the last 20 years, all successful people.
Yeah.
They're like, he is the most obsessed football person. Mangini's one of them.
Yeah.
They're like, they don't do it like anybody else. He's like, it is so repetitive.
Yeah.
Everything about Jim is live in the moment. Every practice feels like a playoff practice, and it bleeds over to the intensity. They have 130 programs, third fewest penalties. They never commit penalties.
Yeah. Well coached.
Well
coached team. And I mean, I know Andrew Luck is good. I know Andrew Luck was dominant in the pros.
Yeah, you win 12 at Stanford.
But Justin Herbert will probably be the best quarterback that he's coached. When you just talk about strictly ability, he's got to be the best one that he's coached. And you coming over there with a really good quarterback, we know he's going to have the defense
good
playing
left
at a high
tackle
level.
and an edge.
Yep.
Keenan Allen.
Yep. Mike Williams coming back. You got the young rookie. It's a lot of weapons over there. So I would love to see Harbaugh go over there because with my 2 eyes, everywhere he's been, I see him changing around.
Yeah. Super Bowl champ. Former Packer, now at Fox Sports, James Jones. Great stuff, buddy. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.